my crafty friends, it's me Lisa, the DIY Diva. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now I don't know if you're like me, but I find that when I'm watching people make things or create new projects, almost in every single video I'm watching, I'm going, ooh, what is that? What is that tool that they're using? What is that? Oh my gosh. And a lot of times that's how I end up with so much stuff in my craft room, tool-wise, because I see somebody else use it and I'm like, this thing is so cool. But sometimes those tools can be really expensive. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite tools that I use in my craft room. And the best part is they all cost less than $10. Seriously, everything that I'm going to show you is less than $10. And yes, you can get them on Amazon, but sometimes you can also find them at Dollar Tree. So let's get into my favorite craft tools that you can get for less than $10. Now, I should also say that some of these may seem like supplies, but to me, they're tools that I use on a regular basis in my craft room. Now, the first one is my glue gun. Now, I love the Monvic glue guns. They are great glue guns, but I recently bought a SureBonder glue gun. And the reason I bought it is because I was watching other people's videos and everybody seems to use the SureBonder glue gun. I've had really good experience with it. I'm very, very happy with it. SureBonder has a lot of different styles of glue guns. They do have some that are less than $10. I actually bought my daughter one for Christmas and I found it at Hobby Lobby and I think it was around $8. If you look on Amazon, they do have lots of different SureBonder glue guns, but they're also a little bit more expensive. So I would recommend checking other places online or checking Hobby Lobby, Michael's, different craft stores like that to see if you can find the glue gun for less money. And to go along with the glue gun, you're going to need glue sticks. I love glue sticks. I use glue sticks every single day in my craft room. Does everybody else use glue sticks every day in their craft room? Maybe not, but I do. And just like glue guns, glue sticks are not all created equal. You can find lots of different styles of glue sticks. So you need to know if you have a full-size glue gun or a mini glue gun because they take different size glue sticks. Typically, you can find a bag of glue sticks like that'll have 20 in them or 25 on Amazon for less than $10, but you can also find them even cheaper in a craft store locally like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I go big because I use so many glue sticks, so I buy them by the box. For me, it's more cost effective, but if you're just in your craft room occasionally and you need glue sticks for a craft, you can usually find them locally very inexpensively. Paintbrushes is something else that I use a lot with the type of crafting that I do. And I've found that the reverse is true of the glue guns and the glue sticks where they are less expensive when you buy them locally. Now, when I've gone to the store locally to buy my favorite paintbrushes, they're usually more expensive. So I do buy these on Amazon. Usually I can get a 6 or 8 pack for around $8. And these are my absolute favorite paintbrushes. I don't know what it is about this style of paintbrush, but I love them. These are my absolute favorite. And I will leave links down in the description box below in case you want to check any of these out for yourself. But these are just so great. Now, what does it say? What does it say? I think it's called Sedan Art. I don't know. They have different sizes. I don't know a lot about paintbrushes as far as like if it's a filbert brush or a flat brush or a fan brush. Well, I know what a fan brush is, but there's lots of different styles of paintbrushes. And it's been my experience that by ordering a set of paintbrushes, then I can pick and choose out of the set. I have found that I do like I guess this is almost like a mop style of paintbrush, but I like brushes like this because I can cover a larger surface on the project that I'm working on. And chip paintbrushes are one of my go-tos as well for all of the crafts that I do. And these are so cheap. You can usually find these for about 49 cents. You can find them at Walmart. You can find them at Home Depot. Chip brushes are wonderful if you want to add texture into your projects. Chip brushes are awesome. Now, acrylic paints, you may or you may not feel that that is a tool. For my projects and for my craft room, I definitely feel that the acrylic paints are a tool because I use them in so many different projects. And they're also really affordable. So I can go to Hobby Lobby when they have their paint on sale and you can get a 2-ounce bottle of paint for less than $1. So you could really increase your collection of paints by buying them when they're on sale at Hobby Lobby. I really like the Folk Art paints. This is actually a multi-surface paint by Folk Art. It's a satin finish, but to me, it's a little bit shiny. So I bought these in a set on Amazon. And for the projects that I do, these are not really my favorite, but I really do like the Folk Art matte. And I think all of their paint is in the matte now. So it gives you really good coverage and it's really affordable. So I got this one at Hobby Lobby. It was $4.99, but when it's on sale, it's 50% off. So $2.50 for an 8-ounce bottle of paint is a wonderful deal. And this will last me a very long time. And you've seen how many projects I do that would probably last you, oh my gosh, I don't even know. Depends on how many crafts you do, but this has lasted me about 3 or 4 months so far. And I still have about that much paint left in the bottle. So I would say that Folk Art is probably my go-to paint because it's so readily available. But Apple Barrel is a really good paint brand too. It doesn't seem to be quite as thick as the Folk Art is, but it's a good brand too. And this is usually about 49 cents for a 2-ounce bottle. And Hobby Lobby used to have Anita's acrylic paints. These were so good. These are actually made by Rust-Oleum. I didn't know that, but I really do like the Anita's craft paint. It seemed to work really well. Deco Art Americana paint is really good too. This one's a little bit more expensive. I think right now at Hobby Lobby, these are about $1.20 a piece. So again, I typically will buy these only when they are 50% off when they're on sale. I like the acrylic paints, and of course I like chalk paint too, but the chalk paint is a lot more expensive, especially if you go with a brand like Dixie Belle. I do really like the Dixie Belle paint, but it's pretty expensive, especially when I can get 2 ounces for 49 cents versus the Dixie Belle 4 ounces is around $18. The Dixie Belle paint does go a long way, but if you're just playing with crafting, there's nothing wrong with acrylic paints, in my opinion. And one thing I think that every craft room should have is a measuring tape. And measuring tapes are really affordable, probably $3 or $4, if that. And there's different styles of measuring tapes. You can get the heavy duty ones, which work really great. They're still less than $10. You can even find a really nice one at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They may not be as heavy duty as, say, a Craftsman or DeWalt or whatever brand makes the measuring tapes for garage work, but for a craft room, they work great. I also really like the real measuring tape that's kind of flexible. It's more of a plastic material. This works great if you're going to be measuring stuff, especially like if you're doing sewing or something like that, or if you're going to be measuring the circumference of a piece. That way you know what you're working with. I don't measure all the time, but I am really grateful that I do have several measuring tapes in my craft room as well as my garage, so that way if I do need to measure, I have a measuring tape. A very important tool that you should have in your craft room. It'll make things a lot easier, and your crafting will be more fun then. Another very important tool, no matter what kind of crafting you're doing, are scissors. And there are many different types of scissors that you can buy. For a long time, I was hooked on the Fiskars brand of scissors because I was like, these are the best of the best. Then I wanted to try another brand, and so I actually got these on Amazon. They came in a 4-pack, and they're made by IBAM. But I got 4 pair of scissors for less than $10. And I have to say, these scissors work so well. If I'm working on a craft, I will choose these over the Fiskars scissors, which I never thought I would do. I mean, they do look similar in the handles, but honestly, these scissors, this was probably one of my favorite things that I got on Amazon. These are great. And the fact that they come in a 4-pack is so nice because I lose my scissors in my craft room all the time. So having multiple pairs of scissors will help you with your crafting as well. Now, I recently learned about these scissors on Amazon, and they came in a 2-pack as well. But these are super, super sharp, super fine tip scissors. And these Oh my gosh, I'm sure you've seen me use them in videos. I use these all the time. So having multiple scissors, multiple sizes for different projects, super important, I think, to have in your craft room. Okay, this was like the deal of the century. Maybe not the deal of the century, but this is a rotary cutter. And what's really nice about this is you can have it go just one side, either side, or you can do both sides. I never realized how useful a rotary cutter is until I started cutting things like paper and even fabric. These are fantastic. And believe it or not, I found these one time when I went to the Dollar Tree. They had these and I was like, $1.25? No, these are probably $5, but they're not $1.25. Yep. When they rang up, they were $1.25. They do sell these on Amazon. I believe they're like $12 on Amazon, but you can replace the round blade, which then you're only buying the handle basically once, and it does come with the blade. But these are incredibly sharp, which makes it a really great addition for your craft room. I would highly encourage you to check out your Dollar Tree and see if they have this there. If they do, definitely pick this up. Another tool that has made a huge difference in my crafting, and it's something so simple, it's a scraper. But what makes this scraper different is the blade is not a razor blade, it's plastic. This has been such a help for me in my crafting, and it was like $3. Super awesome. I know they sell them on Amazon. That's where I got this one. But they also sell them on Temu as well. Now, I don't know if Temu is shipping to the United States right now. Does anybody know? Is Temu shipping to the US? But you can find them on Amazon, and they are definitely worth the price that you pay for them to have in your craft room. Another tool that I added to my collection is this mini sander. And this is, I don't know, I think it's $5 or $6 on Amazon, but then you get a whole bunch of different sandpapers to go on it. So this is 120 grit, and I can get a lot of sanding done with that tiny little piece of 120 grit sandpaper. You can buy the replacements, or when you buy this, a lot of times you can find it where it comes with the sandpaper. So there's a lot of different sellers that have these on Amazon. Just check and make sure you get one that does come with a bunch of different sandpaper. Very cool tool to have in your craft room. And another handy tool, even if you don't do vinyl crafts, are Cricut weeding tools. This one is not a Cricut tool. I don't know what brand that is, but they work the same no matter if it's Cricut or an off brand. The off brand is going to be a lot cheaper. And sometimes you can find these in Dollar Tree for $1.25, and they work just as well as the branded official Cricut tool. So even if you're not using this as a weeding tool, there are a lot of times where I have been able to use this in my everyday crafting. All right, I have one more thing that I want to show you, and I cannot remember what these are called. I think they are a blending tool, but I found these on Amazon. I use them with the ink pads, and they have different types of ends that you can put onto them. But these are so much fun, especially if you're going to be doing anything with ink. I love Velcro. But if you are going to be doing anything with ink, these are really nice to have. It's a blending tool or dauber, but these are so nice to have. I saw someone using them and I was like, that is such a good idea. This one came in a 2-pack, and then it had a lot of extra little felt pads that you can put onto it. This was less than $10. And then I found another one, and this is a foam tip. Again, it has the Velcro on the bottom, but it's foam. So it works a little bit differently than the felted version does. But these are so much fun to add some antiquing or some aging to your products. I really love this tool. This one is somewhat similar. I don't know if you can see. It's got lots of little bristles. It looks like it's a cotton pad or cotton ball almost, but they're actually bristles. And this is something new that I've been playing around with in my crafting, and it's been working pretty good. I always like trying out new things. So what did you think of those tools? Very helpful tools to have in your craft room, very affordable tools. I think that's one of the reasons I love to craft is you can find things like this and you don't have to spend a lot of money. Honestly, you don't have to spend very much money at all. You don't have to have these tools. But having different tools like this does make it easier to do different types of projects. But these are the most affordable things that I have in my craft room that I have loved, and that was why I wanted to share them with you. What about you? Do you have a favorite tool that I didn't mention that costs less than $10? That's the caveat. It's got to cost less than $10. Please let me know in the comments down below, because I know I love finding new tools to use in my crafting, and I'm sure other crafters do too. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Before you go, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you click the bell notification, you can get an alert when I have a new video coming out. And I really hope that I've inspired you to try something new, try a craft, just spend some time in your craft room or your craft area and give yourself a little bit of time to make something. Crafting is definitely the way that I like to relax. It's fun, and I get to share it with you, which makes it even better. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.